Welcome back to Ice Holes Insider. We're joined right now by Ice Holes head coach and director of hockey operations, Bob Beatty. Bob, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Kelly.
All right.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, it is. It's been a 3 or 4 week hiatus.
Yeah.
So obviously things are going well for the team. Have been going well for the team during this break. And most recently you had a 6-game road trip. 6 games in 9 nights, really ambitious. And yet you guys pulled through with 4 wins, like 8 out of a possible 12 points there. Maybe give us your overall take on how that road trip went for you.
Well, you know, I guess we'd be happy with 4 out of 6. You know, when we were looking at the road trip before we started, we had a little bit of a sluggish game, I thought, in Battleford. You know, last Friday, I guess we can attribute that to our layoff, and obviously with the layoff that we had to, make up some games in our schedule. So the 6 games in 9 nights was, I guess, a way to do it. Played a real solid game, came back, rebounded real well in Kindersley, and I thought played a solid road game, and we were able to get 2 points out of there. And to start last week, I thought we were really flat in Nipawin. We didn't show up for the first 2 periods, which is disappointing, and you know, it cost us 4 points on the Hawks, to be frank. Give them credit; their goaltender played well, and they were hungry for sure. They were beating us to pucks, and they were winning the majority of the battles, and that's what it takes. You know, the Melfort game, the next night, I thought we were a little bit inconsistent. I thought it was, you know, an early season game for both teams. There was a lot of odd man rushes both ways, and we were fortunate to get the win in overtime. But again, you know, we'll certainly take it. Melfort's a good hockey club, and you know, when we can beat them in their own building, you know, we'll take it for sure. Melville, I thought we played a very good, solid game. A lot of scoring chances, didn't bury on some, and their goaltender played extremely well. I thought we should have, you know, been in control of that game a little earlier. Miles Hovdebo got his first start and played very well. He was aggressive, he was challenging the shooters, and came up with some big saves when he had to, and got his first SJHL win in his first start. So hats off to Miles. And we finished well. We beat a very good Yorkton Terrier team in their own building Saturday night to make the ride home a little bit shorter. Yeah.
You know, perhaps, you know, like the Yorkton game and the Kindersley game, you take a look at both those games, kind of like the Battleford's game, the Terriers and the Clippers seem to have a lot of motivation to come out and beat you because of a variety of circumstances. So you must have been especially pleased to go into those rinks and come away with wins when I'm assuming those teams were thinking they had a pretty good chance to come back and take the games from you.
Yeah, they were motivated teams, certainly, to play us, and you know, I give a lot of credit to our guys. We were matching their intensity in the Kindersley and Yorkton games for sure. You know, those aren't divisional games, and you know, when we play a divisional game like we do tomorrow night, I think we have to be a little better prepared and make sure that you know, we've got a full 60-minute effort, and you know, a division rival, certainly a little more emphasis on those games because they mean a lot more in the standings at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Now, of course, during this road trip, you were able to add a number of forwards to an already impressive group of forwards. You got, you know, just almost an embarrassment of riches up front, and of course Logan Herauf comes back. That must have been just tremendous timing for you guys, given obviously the Ducharme suspension. Just give us your take on how you think that line is working out. Leonard Smith-Correa and Logan Herauf there.
Well, Logan certainly gives us another experienced guy that can settle a play down and score goals and set up goals. He's been playing the point on our power play and sees the ice extremely well. I think he'll make our power play a little more effective. You know, he's fitting in well. You know, we're certainly very grateful to get him at this stage, and you know, he seems to be on track, and you know, he's just going to add some more offense to, you know, to a lot of skilled forwards.
Reese Dino, your take on how he's played?
Very well. We're extremely impressed with Reese for a 17-year-old. He's very strong on the puck. He makes solid plays. He can take and give a pass, you know, with authority, and you know, he's a smart hockey player. I wouldn't be afraid to play him on the power play or penalty kill. He skates extremely well, and you know, he's got an abundance of talent that you know, we certainly want to utilize.
Yeah, and of course, you guys also get a guy that was with you last year, part of the championship run in Skylar Dune. Your take on his return?
Well, it's good to have Skylar back. Obviously, Skylar, you know, is a little more experienced than most 18-year-olds, playing 30 games with us last year, and you know, getting a taste of Western League action this fall. It's good to have the size and toughness, and you know, Skylar's just going to keep developing, and you know, he's a solid player for us and gives us some size and grit and a little bit of flexibility. He can play center or wing, and you know, it's certainly good to have that depth at forward. You know, those three guys, you know, coming on board after we felt that we had a pretty strong forward group, just makes it that much better. But it definitely makes it, you know, a lot tougher decisions when we're putting the lineup up every night.
We talk a lot about your team's offensive game. How do you think things are coming along in terms of team defense?
Well, I thought real well on the road trip. Aside from the Melfort game and maybe getting beat to some pucks in Nipawin, we weren't as aggressive as a team. Our defense as well as our forwards. In Nipawin, we did give up a lot of odd man rushes, but again, that's a team thing. We've got a four-check system that depends on the high forward and supporting, and you know, we still have some work to do. I think our defensive zone coverage was a lot better. We're picking up a little bit better on the rush. We need a little bit of work there, identifying and making sure that our back check is as relentless as we want it to be, and we certainly want that to be a part of our identity. And but as far as our D-zone coverage, or our down-low coverage, and in the zone under sustained pressure, I thought it's coming along quite nicely.
All right. Just finally, Bob, you already kind of touched on it earlier, but you have to be very pleased that your rookie netminder there, Miles Hoftable, came through with another solid performance. He had a really good performance earlier in the year against Humboldt as well. Maybe talk about what that adds to the team, having an 18-year-old that's able to play some minutes there.
Well, I think it takes a lot of pressure off the other goaltender, for one. You know, the team has a lot of confidence in Miles, you know, including Adam. It takes a little bit of pressure off Adam when he knows that Miles is able to come in and perform like he has. You know, if he has an off night, he knows that there's some security there, and you know, that it's a good mindset, you know, to create competition. But at the same time, we're going to need a young goalie to develop, and Miles seems to be the guy. And you know, he came out of AA midget hockey. I felt strongly that he should have been playing AAA, but obviously I got enough to worry about selecting my own team. But we felt that you know, the last couple of years that he's been getting better and better, and no reason why we shouldn't give him an opportunity, and you know, he's proved us to be correct.
All right. Well, Bob, congratulations on the road trip and the recent winning streak, and thanks again for being on the program.
Thanks a lot, Kelly.
All right. Just joining us, this is Iceful's Insider. We've been joined by Iceful's head coach Bob Beatty. We'll be right back with From the Stands.